Good morning, Year 1, and welcome to the second day of our English lessons. Today, we're going to carry on working on planning your own writing about the great outdoors. Today, we're going to be boxing up and producing a plan. And we're also going to be revising how many different ways capital letters can be used. So get your whiteboards and whiteboard pens ready, and when you're ready to go, we'll get started. Okay, so in today's grammar lesson, we're doing this. We're going to keep punctuating sentences, and we're going to look at sentences need capital letters and full stops to show when they begin and end. That's as normal. Capital letters are used at the start of sentences, but capital letters can also be used for names. So, example, Eve, Mila, Theo, Malachi, all of your names in class. And finally, capital letters are also used for the personal pronoun I. So if you see an I on its own in a sentence, that means that it needs to be a capital because you are important. Okay, so here you go. This is today's task. You're going to use capital letters effectively, and what I want you to do is copy out these sentences, putting in the capital letters. And when you've finished, start the video again, and we'll have a look at where they should be and what they look like. So I'm sure you can do brilliantly, and when you're ready, we'll start again. So here we go. Here's the first sentence. Connor, that's a capital, went to visit the robots, full stop. Now Connor's a capital because he's at the start of the sentence, but he's also a name. So that would be a double capital. Ollie and Ellis were pleased to be able to see each other again. So you see that both the names are capital and there's a full stop at the end. During our home learning, I have been very impressed with Mia and Noah's work on Doodle Math. So the capital I there and all the other ones I've highlighted, and then there's a full stop at the end of the sentence. And last one, the work that Iris has sent in has been really interesting. So again, capital at the beginning, capital for name, full stop at the end. So well done, Year 1. Brilliant work on the starter, and now we're going to go into the main part of the lesson. Okay, so what we're doing today is we're going to look at example pages of the text, and we're going to do something that's called boxing up. This means we identify the different sections, different paragraphs, and decide what they're about. I'm going to give you an example of the first one, and then there's 3 other pages you can have a look at doing. It's up to you grown-ups just how much your child does. So, looking at the caving page to start off with, we're going to decide the different sections. So the first section, and that includes the title, is what I would call an introduction. Okay, so this, have a point to what you think the second section is going to be. Well done, Year 1. It's this section here. It's got a subheading. Where do I go? And caves can be found in areas of limestone and by the seas. Sea caves are usually small, but limestone caves in hills and mountains can be vast. So this is telling us where it is. And a posh word for that is this, a location. Okay, say that, location. So the next section is entitled, what do I need? So point to the section you think that is included in that. Draw a box around it if you want. And that's this section, brilliant, and it's got bullet points. And that's how we know where that finishes. There's also a clue because there's a new subheading down here. So this section is going to have another posh word, and that's the equipment you need to do it. So where's the next section? That's right, here. And that is all to do with how do I keep safe? So that is going to be called safety. And then this last section here, well, this is really a bit difficult to define. It's almost like fascinating facts, but it's also telling you what the kind of experience you've got. And I've called it, why do it? Or fascinating facts. It's up to you. So that's an example. I want you to have a go at boxing up the next page or the page after or the page after, or all three if you want to. The next page has got these headings on, and grown-ups, you may want to write them down. And after that, the following two pages don't have. And there's nothing wrong, grown-ups, with this just being done verbally, because it's going to be quite hard to write out all this information. So here you are, the second page. These are the different headings, and warning year one, I've put them in a random order. And these are the page to box up. So I'm going to leave that open for about 5 seconds, and I'm going to page on to the next page. So pause it as suits you. Here's the next page, and again you will have needed to have written down those headings to do this time. And here's the last page. And that is the end of today's lesson. Well done, year one. I bet you'll do brilliantly at this.